Hey scholars, Professor Denham here. Welcome to the spring 2021 semester at Cal Poly Pomona. This is for our course in public speaking, COM 1100. So as you know, as I'm sure most of you know, our course is fully asynchronous, which means that the things that we do not conform to any type of a time schedule. You'll be given work and assignments, etc., and then you'll have to submit them by specified due dates. So we don't have any required meetings. I just sent out an announcement earlier today mentioning that we don't have any required Zoom meetings this week, but we'll have an office hour. So even though we don't have required meetings, I'll still host a Zoom meeting every single week. I'll do it on Wednesdays. I'm teaching 3 sections of public speaking, so um, if you're in section 38, I'll have my office hours on Wednesdays at 1. If you're in section 50, it'll be my office hours on Wednesday at 2. And if you're in section 51, my office hours will be Wednesdays at 3. So basically, the office hour is an opportunity for you to seek clarification on anything relating to our class or things relating to, let's say, persisting in college in general. I really want to help. But they're not required. I don't take attendance. I don't record the meetings, so they're optional. But that is my office hour. It's an opportunity for you to come and ask me anything you need clarification on, and it's another opportunity to interact with and engage with other students in the class. So our course is public speaking. So in this course, you'll learn about just the overall you'll learn a comprehensive overview of the whole process of public speaking, learning how to develop speech outlines, how to develop speeches, how to rehearse and enhance your public speaking abilities. There'll be a variety of speeches and a variety of assignments that are related to uh, everything public speaking. So I hope you're all managing well. I know that it's difficult to thrive during these times, but I hope you're managing as best as possible during these very unusual times. I'm managing as well as I can during these unusual times, but it's not to say it's been easy. It's been a challenge, especially having 2 children. That makes things more challenging. But nevertheless, I'm trying, and every day is just a new opportunity to do your best. So I hope the same for you, that you're doing well, that you're pushing through. So I mentioned in the assignment, or I mentioned in the email I sent out the other day, that I'll have the syllabus and course schedule available. I'll have that available more than likely sometime Wednesday morning. But I'll also be providing videos for those as well. So um, that's one of the things I'll be doing in this class is I'll have a lot of videos. Since we'll be using Blackboard, make sure that you familiarize yourself with Blackboard. I just noticed that within the last week or so, it looks like Cal Poly Pomona did a lot of upgrades and modifications to the way Blackboard looks. I clicked on our Blackboard page and I was like, oh my gosh, there's all kinds of features on there that I hadn't seen in the past. One thing that you can do that I think you can do is I believe you can set up your account to make sure that you receive notifications for when assignments are created and when due dates are. But nevertheless, I'll have that information up. I'll be pretty vocal in terms of making sure that you know when things are due through the course schedule, through announcements, through emails, and of course the assignment itself. So when you log on to Blackboard, you look at our page and you'll see assignments. It'll show them. It'll tell you when they're due. It's pretty straightforward. So Blackboard, if you've used it before, hopefully you're familiar with it. It's somewhat user friendly, and not to throw Blackboard under the bus, but there's other systems I like better. But Blackboard it gets the job done. You'll see on the whenever you log on to Blackboard, you'll see on the left hand column all kinds of tabs, and there's a lot of tabs that are there that I didn't put there. And so those are ones that are just put there by the university. But for our course, things will be pretty straightforward. The tabs I'll have will be like PowerPoint lectures, assignments, speech assignments, so like minor assignments, major assignments, useful resources and documents, so on and so forth. So like I said, I'll be creating several videos for this class on all kinds of different things. Like for the syllabus, I'll have a video. My goal is to have fairly short videos. Some videos will be longer than others based upon the material. I'll have a video on grading criteria, how I grade. I'll have a video on how to submit work to Blackboard. If you've never submitted things in Blackboard, you haven't submitted speech videos or outlines or multiple documents within the same module, that might, for you, that might be completely normal, but for others of you, it might be a new thing. So I'll be explaining how to do that. So I'll be providing you videos, and I'll be experimenting. I'll be using either OneDrive or YouTube or a combination of both. Last semester, I primarily used OneDrive. As a student at Cal Poly Pomona, you have access to OneDrive. You can have any kind of a document, you upload it to OneDrive, and then from OneDrive, you get a link. OneDrive is just like cloud storage, basically. So you get a link, and then that link you can send to anyone, and then you click on the link, and then it's a picture or an outline or a document or a video. Nevertheless, you'll get, from me, when it comes to the videos, you'll get a link, and that link will be accessed either through OneDrive or YouTube. YouTube's pretty straightforward. Most of you have used YouTube. So once you click on a YouTube link, boom, it pops up, starts playing. If it's a OneDrive link, the only caveat is if it's a OneDrive link, you click on the link, and it might take a couple of minutes to load. So once you click the link, depending on your computer and your internet speed, you might need to click the link, and before you hit play, let it load for 10, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. Just depends on all the different factors. Either way, you're going to get a link for the videos. So one goal I have, sort of an overarching goal for this course, for just the way I'm teaching right now in an online sort of environment, is to make things manageable, accessible, and useful. And while still at the same time fostering an appropriate learning environment. Doing public speaking online is very different, but last semester I taught a few sections of public speaking, and I've learned how to make things more accessible and how to make things more doable by doing public speaking through online. So that's that. Your first two assignments that will be due on Blackboard are due next week. Those are not available yet, but you'll see them in the next few days. You'll see two assignments. One is a student profile. Will be very easy. You just fill out some personal information just to let me know a little bit about yourself, and then you include a photo. So the student profile is two things: complete the file, complete the information about yourself, demographic information, and include a photo. The reason I use the photo is because I want to match a name to a face, to match a face to a name. Traditionally in the classroom, I've always had students complete student profiles, and that way when I show up to the classroom and I'm taking roll, I get to a point where I memorize every student's name, and I don't have to I don't have to call their name out. I see their name, and I see them in class, and then that way I've memorized I've matched their name to their faces. So that's why I use the photos. Plus, in this environment that we're living in now, I really like the idea of seeing a face behind the student, ID number, or the student name, or student email that I just typically see on email or Blackboard. Anyhow, a very easy assignment to do. And then there'll also be it'll be called the Dr. Joseph TED Talk. You'll watch a TED Talk and then provide a response to a variety of questions. Like I said, those will be due at the end of next week. So stay tuned for that. So a little bit about me. I'm a native to the city of Orange. I lived in Orange for a good chunk of my life. Grew up in Orange County. I was born in Modesto and then moved to Orange County and then lived elsewhere. I went to Villa Park High School and then went on to community college, went to Santa Ana College, and then went on to Biola University, got my bachelor's degree at Biola University, took a little time off, worked in sales, and then I went on to get my master's at Cal State Fullerton. So although I'm not an alum of Cal Poly Pomona, I'm still an alum of the Cal State system. And the Cal State system is awesome. I love it so much. There's a lot of similarities between Pomona and Fullerton. Those are the two universities I know the most within the Cal State system. And then after that, I went on to get my PhD at LSU. So I lived in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for 5 years and got my PhD in 4 years, stayed there, and I stayed an additional year to teach as a full-time instructor at LSU. So go Tigers. Anyhow, I've been teaching at the college level for about 15 years, and so I've just had a lot of really awesome interactions with students over the years. I'm married with kids. I have 2 kids, Sadie and Graham. You can see them in that photo there, and one wife, Danny. You can kind of see her in that photo there. So that is me. With regards to part of my disposition towards college and college students is I'm concerned with the overall person, with the whole person. My PhD dissertation focused on college student persistence, so I was disentangling the myriad of factors that play into how students perform in the long run. Being in college is not just something. It's not just one class, one semester. It's a long-term commitment. 4 years, at minimum, 4 years for most students, and then for a lot of students, it's more in that like 5-6 year range or 7 years. Anyhow, I it's not that I don't care about things like grades. It's important for me that you understand how to perform how to perform different things within public speaking, how to write outlines, how to do research appropriately. Those are very important things. But I'm also very concerned with how you're doing as a whole. And there's so many things that college students deal with, and just humans in general, but more so now than ever, which are centered around anxiety and stress and depression, all types of things that are happening because of what's going on in the world. These things were existing prior to the beginning of 2020, and as a result of all the different events that have been occurring this year or in the year 2020, a lot of those tensions and stressors have been magnified and amplified, such that it's just creating things that are a little more challenging. Not trying to bring you down, but I'm just trying to let you know that that's always sort of at the forefront of my mind when it comes to me engaging with college students or my kids or strangers or just whomever. So it's a little bit about me. Like I said, one of my goals for the semester is to have videos for things. My goal is to have a video announcement every Monday. I'll have that available Monday or Tuesday. That's the goal, is every week. And then for the most part, all assignments, minor assignments, major assignments, they're always going to be due on Sunday nights. Sunday nights at 11:59 p.m. within Blackboard. It's somewhat of an arbitrary date or date and time frame, but to keep things consistent and to make things a little bit easier and more manageable, it's just, very end of the week, Sunday night, 11:59 p.m., which is right before midnight. So just before midnight on Sundays, that's when something's due. Of course, you can turn it in much sooner. As soon as you get it, you can work on it and complete it and get it submitted and turned in prior to the deadline. On that note, I'll have another video on submitting things to Blackboard and then the nature of late work. I'll have when it comes to PowerPoints, I'll provide you with PowerPoints along with videos, and that is about it. One rule of thumb is check your email every day. Check Blackboard every day. As far as I know, if I post an announcement on Blackboard, you get it through your email. So I'll primarily use either announcements or just within Blackboard I can send email. So I've done both. I think that's kind of the same difference. Nevertheless, check Blackboard every day. Check your email every day. For our class, for all your classes, and that's about it. I'm looking forward to working with all of you this semester. I hope you have a wonderful week. Talk to you later. Bye.